announcing Hytale, and more coming up on today's episode of the latest in tech news. Alright, welcome back Gadgeteer. You're just in time for the latest episode of the world's only 3-in-1 show on everything tech, gadgets, and gaming news. That's right, this is the latest in tech news. I'm your host, Hytale Merrick. If you're new here, be sure to click on the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on the latest tech news. Let's dig in, shall we? But before we do, brief announcement. Guys, I seriously tried making a video yesterday. Didn't work out. Because I decided to change my program used to record the whole show and it messed everything up. Filters were wrong, the settings were messed up. So essentially what you got was a video of me, and subsequently an audio file of me looking like I was talking, but the microphone barely picked up anything. So I'm really happy about that. And I spent 3 hours last night trying to edit an audio file that didn't make it past 33%. So my apologies there. Working on better production. 2019, I wasn't even able to get out a video yet. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's be sure to dig into the tech news that we have for today, shall we? First up, on the docket, Hytale. Yeah, I'm a month behind on this, I know. But when I saw the trailer for this, which I'm about to show you right now, and if you're listening to the podcast version of this, be sure to head on over to either Facebook or YouTube, or Tech News Gadget on there. Facebook.com, Tech News Gadget, YouTube.com/Tech News Gadget. Watch the latest in the video and the trailer that goes along with this, or you can just watch it right in the show notes. There for your viewing pleasure. But Hypixel, the creators of the Minecraft adventures and maps, servers, and being one of the biggest server communities in the world for Minecraft, created a studio. And that studio came out with Hytale. So, let's go ahead and watch it, shall we? So there you have it, the trailer for Hytale, and it's already got, as you can see, well, you can't see it. I have to scroll somewhere, move my camera. 23 million views on YouTube, an impressive number, but something that to be expected with something like this. And if you're looking at it saying, hey, this looks like Minecraft, yeah, it does in a lot of ways, because the makers who put it together were kind of the makers behind some of the greatest developments in the community realm in terms of servers, maps, adventures, games, everything that spurred on the creativity and the community of essentially what made Minecraft possible. Yeah. Many people are dubbing it Minecraft 2.0. The Minecraft killer, Notch himself, has actually seen the trailer for this, and he said as much as he could say without being upset and ruined that he sold off and he was a sellout and bought an island with all the money he made selling it to Microsoft, who clearly has no idea what to do with the program any more than really did. But he had like the vision. He just kind of got lost there a little bit, I think. But he's excited. Notch is excited for it. Captain Sparkles is excited for it. Allie, everybody who's part of the original, the OG Minecraft clan, are excited and pumped up for it. When I saw it, I was excited. I was pumped up. Want to know why? Because Hypixel does good work. They definitely don't go into something lightly. They test for all the bugs. They do a good job when it comes to video game development. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Hypixel Studios, which is kind of like the branch off of Hypixel, the studio that's going to be making Hytale, is actually in a partnership with Tencent Games. Riot Games, League of Legends, tell anybody? Yeah, found out all about this stuff. I'm excited. I know they do good work, so I'm definitely impressed with the trailer. Music was awesome. Graphics, crisp. Oh, this is essentially what Minecraft could have been. So I'm looking forward to it. Are you guys looking forward to it? I know I am. See, this is the news that I wanted to mention the other day, but I couldn't because I needed to put the material together for it and finish up on all the research. But I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but this takes me back to the day doing Minecraft and having a server and breaking public plugins and trying to figure out stupid YAML code. I'm excited. And the community is as well. So that wraps up the cover story we have for today. Let's head out and over to the latest tech news that we have going on today. First up on the docket, Samsung's curved 49-inch gaming monitor now comes in QHD resolution. Ooh, did you see the image that goes along with this? Guys, by the way, if you're listening to the podcast, that's great, that's awesome and all, the audio version of this, but you're missing out. If you want to see the video that goes along with this episode, it's episode 74, head on over to youtube.com/technewsgadget or facebook.com/technewsgadget. Watch all video that goes along with it. Look at this gaming monitor. Why would I need two monitors when I could just have that one? 49-inch gaming monitor plus a new 32-inch curved 4K display. Now, CES, Consumer Electronics Show 2019, is just a few days away, but Samsung is already getting an early start, as with most companies. They kind of leak some news early to get people excited. New monitors, including the CRG9, an upgraded version of Samsung's massive 49-inch desktop monitor that now offers even higher resolution. Oh, higher, you say? Well, what was the old resolution? Well, the old model offered a mere 3840 by 1080 resolution, equivalent to two widescreen 1920 by 1080 displays mashed together. But with the CRG9, Samsung is bumping that up to QHD 32 by 9 aspect ratio and 5120 by 1440 resolution, which is essentially two 256 by 1440 QHD screens mashed together. This doesn't get any juicier than this, guys. If you want the ultimate gaming monitor and you want that curved display, you want that crisp graphics, this is where it's at. While Samsung beat its competitors to the market with the original 49-inch display, it's not the first to offer QHD at class size. Both Philips and Dell have announced their own monitors, making this more of an exercise in catching up rather than a leap ahead for Samsung, but it's still good that Samsung is keeping up with the competitors. Like the original 49-inch monitor, the CRG9 is built for gaming, offering a 120Hz refresh rate, 4 millisecond response time, and AMD's Radeon FreeSync 2 technology. Spec-wise, Samsung is also including HDR10 support, along with an HDMI port, display ports, and a USB jack. There you go. Also new from Samsung is the UR59C curved 32-inch monitor that offers 2500:1 contrast ratio and a full 3840 by 2160 4K resolution. Samsung says is industry first. Now, the UR-9C seems to be meant more for content creation and gaming, with ultra-thin bezels and a more professional fabric-covered back than a more industrial of a gaming monitor. So, price and release date hasn't been announced yet, but presumably we'll be getting more of that information at CES next week once that rolls out. Now, if only someone could combine the two for a 49-inch HD 4K display that ran at a 32:9 aspect ratio, be a hypothetical 7680 by 2160 for those keeping score at home, then you'd really be in business. I don't know. You guys like monitors? There you go. You now have your options unless you like Philips or Dell monitors. I don't know. Depends. I've always enjoyed Samsung, even though I'm okay. Not brand sponsored at all, but I currently have two monitors running my computer. One is an HP and another one is Samsung. Sorry, shoot me. The TV that I have in my house is a curved TV display. Also, I believe Samsung. So, yeah, let's just say when it comes to Samsung, I believe they do monitors right, and they're not going to be playing up the ketchup game too much longer because, well, ketchup and mustard don't go together. Or do they? I don't know. We'll find out. Tune in next week. Also, in new tech news, new game console is on the way to compete with PlayStation and the Xbox. Yeah, you know how the big two consoles right now are the PlayStation and the Xbox? Well, the Xbox haven't been confirmed just yet, but Slightly Mad Studios CEO Ian Bell has revealed the company is developing a standalone console of its own. Oh, I forgot there was another console, Nintendo Switch. I don't have time to play on a Nintendo Switch. I barely have enough time to play on a PlayStation. So I actually, okay, I'm gonna be honest right now. I'm gonna say something. I actually had an Xbox at one point, and while it was great and all, I got confused by the controller, and I went back to the PlayStation, and Xbox got sold not much later after that. Sorry, I don't know why. Good luck trying to get me to convert to the Switch. Anyways, exact hardware and software specs haven't been announced yet, but Bell has provided a few details. The first mention of the console came via Twitter when he tweeted, "Mad Box is coming." Bell told Variety that the Mad Box will probably release in about 3 years and support up to 120 frames for virtual reality play. It will support most major VR headsets and those upcoming, and the specs will be equivalent to a very fast PC years from now, Bell wrote. We're in early talks with manufacturers of components, so we can't say much right now, other than we have the design spec'd out in detail. Now, when it comes to games on a console, Bell wrote, we think exclusives are exclusionary, but given that we'll be shipping a cross-platform engine to all developers, it will be their choice. As of now, we have no plans to pay developers incentives to other hardware vendors. He further explained that Slightly Mad Studios think, quote, the industry is a little too much of a monopoly or a micro-oligopoly, and the Mad Box aims to bring some healthy competition to the console race. Years has pretty much been a three-way battle between Microsoft's Xbox, Sony's PlayStation, and Nintendo's hardware. See, even in the article, they didn't say Switch, just like they forgot. Bell added that early design build for the Mad Box will be revealed in about 4 to 6 weeks. Mad Box is planned to release worldwide to be competitively priced in comparison to other upcoming consoles. We have multiple investors already offering and requiring funding for us to see the product to completion. Still in the early days, and we're looking at the best offers now. So, when the Mad Box and more details come on out, then we'll know. And then we'll actually be able to see, hopefully it stands up to the tweets, as it were, and hopefully it doesn't become something like Soulja Boy's game console, which turned out to be a bunch of pirated ROMs from a Chinese manufacturer that sold them for cheap there because they could, but he marked them up by 100% and said, I have a gaming company now! Okay, that's as far as I'm going to go on that before I actually flip my lid. Alright, in more gadget news, USB Type-C is about to get safer and potentially more annoying. Now, seeing that it's been taking a few years, USB Type-C, or USB-C as we call it, is finally becoming common on new computers, smartphones, and tablets. The connector comes with a lot of great benefits like higher power capacity and a reversible design. There's also greater potential for use and damage to your devices. Now that's why the USB-IF, a trade group that promotes an overseas USB standard, has launched a USB-C certification program. Oh, great. There we go. So a trade group announcing a authentication program. This is going to be interesting. They originally announced the authentication program in 2016, but it's taken all this time to get everything ready for launch. Starting today, hardware makers can take advantage of the optional program to verify USB-C hardware you plug it in. The program utilizes cryptographic keys to authenticate chargers and cables using the USB standard. Now, if you have a device that requires such accessories, you could simply refuse to recognize connections from uncertified cables. Alternatively, a device could charge on uncertified cables but block data access. Now, remember, I think I talked about it yesterday, or it's in the last episode that I recorded yesterday and threw in the garbage because the video recording was so bad about it. I covered the Chromebook. If I didn't, it's probably in yesterday's tweets that I had sent out all the show notes in it. Where the Chromebook, future Chromebooks will be shipping with like a more USB Type-C connection thing where you actually have to be like a certified peripheral. Otherwise, it'll just say, hey, I'm not going to do it. Mainly, they're concerned about rubber ducky type devices mimicking keyboards and being able to hack into a system or run keylogging programs or strong arm analysis, 100,000, whatever. Trying to crack into your computer while it's locked and you don't know what's going on. And you never will know because they use a rubber ducky device. But Chromebooks are going to start coming out with a feature to protect against that. So, get it? USB Type-C authentication program is supposed to address two potential issues with Type-C hardware. First, it's possible to damage your devices with faulty cables, something about which early adopters of Type-C had to be cautious about. Now, to be certified, cables and chargers would need to properly implement the USB power delivery spec. Using the authentication framework, device makers could block uncertified cables under the assumption that may harm your devices. So that might be where the problem comes in, because you'd be like, yeah, it's a cable, charge my stupid device, and it'll go, oh, well, it's gonna fry your circuits, I don't care, charge it. And then it goes, oh, I guess it was fine this whole entire time. And you're like, well, yeah, because I couldn't get into. And then you snap the cable in half and you like bite the end off of it and you throw it around and you toss it in the garbage. There you go, there's USB Type-C. USB-IF might have the best of intentions here, but the program could cause some headaches for consumers, according to the article. If you buy a computer or phone that uses the USB-C authentication scheme, you could end up returning a lot of uncertified Type-C accessories and cables because they won't work with your hardware, because I guess now the manufacturer that makes these cables has to have it certified. So there you go. There's a hang-up. Also, an OEM could conceivably use a program like DRM to force you to purchase specific accessories. Now, the added cost of getting accessories certified could also mean higher prices for consumers. So there's going to be a bunch of confusion until they actually figure out what the heck's going on. So we'll see. We'll see. Get it? See? Okay. Next article, please. Okay. Finally, some news that we could see better with, and I'm not talking about that last article we just talked about. The Vuzix Blade smart glasses are now ready to meet your face. Get it? Well, they're $1,000, so it's not a laughing matter. You can pre-order them starting today. This article comes to us from Engadget. By the way, for those of you wondering, the show notes for this entire episode or past episodes can be found at technewsgadget.net. This particular episode is episode 74, so type in technewsgadget.net/74. And no, I didn't want this stupid ad. Go away. Go away. You're supposed to do this notification bell, stupid garbage computer. Thanks Windows 10 for notifications that I don't want to see. I don't see them anyways. They're like an email. Oh, I got 10 emails today. I didn't look at any of them. I don't care. So, what was I talking about? I don't know. I've had a long day. It's been fun. It's been hilarious. I was stuck at home with my 3-month-old daughter all day today, but I survived. It went great. Anyways, probably hear about that more on my vlog. Anyways, so this article comes to us from Engadget, and it says Vuzix has been making smart glasses for well over a decade, and hopefully I'm saying the name right. If I'm murdering it, sorry. Nobody gave me the pronunciation guide on this stuff, so it makes it really difficult for me to try and, talk about proper names and pronunciation for it when I don't know. Anyways, they've been using it for enterprise use such as medical applications or stocking shelves in warehouses. Last year, Vuzix teased a prototype of the Blade, a smaller, slimmer pair of glasses made for the consumer. Not only does it come with a floating display a la Google Glass, It's also compatible with Alexa and eventually Google Assistant. Now the company says it's ready to ship the Blade for $1,000 as it attempts to pick up where Google Glass left off. Now, I probably covered Google Glass in a previous episode or a previous article on Tech News Gadget. Kind of software or hardware that had a lot of potential in terms of what it could do, but it kind of fell short, and Google went, you don't care about it really much anymore. Well, according to Vuzix Paul Travers, he said, "This represents a huge step forward for us, the beginnings of a brand new category product." Now, the idea behind the Blade, according to Travers, is not to be an augmented reality headset like the Microsoft HoloLens or the Magic Leap. We're not about whales jumping out of floors, he said, referencing a famous Magic Leap demo. We consider VR, AR, and mixed reality big and bulky computer wearable systems as completely different from the problem we're trying to solve. Well, what is that problem? Instead, the Blade is meant to be used in conjunction with your smartphone. They're designed as a companion to work with your phone so that you can leave your phone in your pocket, said Travers. It essentially promises the same features as a smartwatch, but lives on your face, your eyes, so you can see it instead of your wrist. Travers isn't shy about admitting that the Blade is something of a Glass successor, but unlike Glass, Google Glass, which made anyone wearing it look a bit like a sci-fi character, the Blade was designed to look and feel like a normal pair of glasses. As you can see here in the photos, like a mostly normal pair of glasses, doesn't it? Now, the glasses obviously have to be light in order for people to wear them and not bulky and look good. Yet, apparently the author who wrote the article, though, he didn't find the Blade to be particularly attractive. He had the chance to try out the consumer version of the Blade for a week, albeit with some unfinished software. They found it cumbersome, clunky, and overall just unflattering. The Blade appears to be complacent. Some faces, I can't read. Wow, maybe I need glasses. Get it? The Blade appears to complement some face shapes more than others, and it looked better on a couple of their colleagues than it did on themselves. Fortunately, the Blade only comes in one style, at least for now. Vuzix does provide a couple of customization options. You can add prescription lenses, as well as different nose bridges that are fit or stuck with the overall style. What's more, the Blade isn't particularly discreet. Reflective light in the middle of the lens is a dead giveaway that you're wearing something unusual, and they can also see, oh look, there's a light going on. And the Blade certainly looks more like a normal pair of glasses than like Google Glass did, but still far from something, well, the author here would choose to wear. So, the Blade is using a proprietary operating system called Blade OS, which is based on Android. The launcher interface is simple, with an array of shortcut icons on a bottom rail and a larger preview icon on top. To navigate, you use the touchpad on the glass's right side to swipe and tap your way around. So now you're getting to poke yourself in the eye all the time. The glasses can be used without a phone thanks to Wi-Fi connectivity, but it's a lot more useful when paired with your Android or iPhone to get a companion app. When connected, the Blade receives all the usual smartphone notifications such as calendar reminders, messages. Now, one way in which the Blade differs from smartwatches is the built-in 8-megapixel camera that you can use to snap photos or record video, because obviously you can't do that with the watch. It'd be kind of weird. When the camera is in use, the red light indicator will let everyone know it's activated in order to alleviate privacy concerns. Now, one of the most promising features on a Blade is that it works with Alexa. You have to turn it on in the settings first. Vuzix says this is due to privacy reasons, but it's also because you'll have the choice of which personal assistant you want. Now, as of the current writing of this article, Google Assistant integration is still in beta, but according to Vuzix, it'll work in a similar way. So, I wasn't able to test the voice assistant due to previous software, but they did get a sneak peek of the Alexa functionality last month in a separate demo, and, well, impressive. When they asked it the weather, it showed a 5-day forecast in addition to telling the current temperature. It also comes with its very own app store, and according to Travers, it already has hundreds of developers on board. Potential apps include video streaming, web browsers, and even games. That said, some of the titles strike me as pretty silly. For example, they tried playing a racing game on a Blade that uses the touchpad for controls. Tapping the side of my head to race the car feels awkward and more like a proof of concept. But, you know, working on it. But it's probably making more progress than the Google Glass did. So, there you go. Beggars can't be choosers. So, take that as it may. It's all... Yeah, I can't speak. Music is now on sale for $1,000 a pop. Order yours. Pre-order today. Alright, and the final piece of news that I have for you guys today is a piece of gaming news. And that comes to us courtesy of GameSpot. Next, Call of Duty may be Modern Warfare 4. Now, there's been a lot of speculation going on because I guess we're in line to be getting another release type soon. Now, if the established rotation for which developer is responsible for each Call of Duty game continues into 2019, then in Infinity's words, next turn. And a recent tweet of a skull by the company's senior communications manager, Ashton Williams, may confirm that it is Infinity Ward that's at the helm, and also hint at what the next Call of Duty title might be. Now, although there was no accompanying text, the skull itself could imply that an Infinity Ward is working on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Now, since Infinity Ward is the developer behind Call of Duty Ghosts, many first suspected the tweet was teasing Ghosts 2. However, Kotaku's Jason Schreier hasn't since claimed forum post. He since claimed that it's the case prior to Ghosts and Infinity Warfare. Infinite Warfare. Oh god, maybe I should have read this article. Maybe I need the glasses. Maybe I could just have the assistant read it for me instead of me having to read it. Infinity Ward was responsible for the widely popular Modern Warfare series. Fans may recall that one of the major characters from Modern Warfare 2, Lieutenant Simon Ghost Riley, wore a skull pattern balaclava. Williams' tweet may be in reference to that, which would mean that there's a Modern Warfare sequel starring the character scheduled 2019. However, considering the popularity of Modern Warfare Remastered, Williams' tweet could instead be just as easily a hint that a remaster for Modern Warfare 2 is in the works as well. Infinity Ward released Modern Warfare Remastered alongside Infinite Warfare, so the developer could be planning to do something similar with whatever new game is planned. All conjectures, though, and tweet could just as easily be a tease for a brand new Call of Duty series that has nothing to do with Modern Warfare at all. Treyarch's 2018 Call of Duty Black Ops 4 was the first game in the franchise to not feature a single-player campaign. Instead, Black Ops 4 included the franchise's first Battle Royale mode, Blackout. There hasn't also been an announcement of whether 2019 either of these changes. We'll have to wait and see. So, be that as it may, it brings us to the end of today's tech news and me trying to tech news. I don't know, it's only the 3rd of January and I feel like I'm already falling behind and dropping the ball. I did with yesterday's show. Yesterday's show was supposed to go out fine. Thanks a lot, stupid computer. Hopefully I have it fixed now. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the episode, if the audio was working fine, the video was working fine. Be sure to let me know in the comments. Also, if we happen to miss something on the show, or something that you want us to keep you informed on, be sure to let us know on Twitter at TechNewsGadget. We also have a community over at technewsgadget.net/forum where you can hang out with other fellow gadgeteers talk about tech. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to tell a friend. That will do it for this episode of the latest in tech news. I'm your host, Hytale Merrick. For the latest in tech, gadget, and gaming news, be sure to visit gadget.net. Pretty much keep being awesome, guys, and I'll see you on the flip side. I did it!